Welcome back, friends. In the last lecture, we discussed about the characteristics of the database management system. In this lecture, we will discuss about who are all the human interfaces required for the database management system. So now we will discuss the actors on the screen. So the actors required for the database management system are database administrators, database designers, end users, system analysts, and application programmers. So, what actually the actors will do in the database management system? So, these peoples will do the job which make the work day to day by the use of a large database. So, when we are seeing the responsibility of the database administrator, he is responsible for authorizing access to the database, coordinating and monitoring its use, and acquiring software and hardware resources as needed for that particular work. The next person is database designers. So, what actually the database designer will do? He or she will identify the data to be stored in the database and for choosing appropriate structures to represent and store this data. And very important, end users. So without end users, no application can get success. So like many applications, our database management system will also based on the feedback of the end users. So what actually the end users will do? They will query, update, and generate reports of their database. So the casual end users occasionally access the databases, but they may need different information each time. The Navy or parametric end users constantly querying and updating the database using standard types of queries and updates. So they are called as canned transactions. The next end user is sophisticated end users. They will implement their own applications to meet their complex requirements. The next end user is standalone end users who will maintain the personal databases. The last actor on the scene is system analysts and application programs. So they are basically the software engineers. So we already know that what the software engineers can contribute to the database management system. The next is the workers behind the scene. Previously, you can mention the actors on the scene as the masters of the database management system, and these are the persons who are really required for the database management system design. So what actually they will do? They will maintain the database system environment, but who are not actively interested in the database content as part of their daily jobs. So there are major three workers for the database management system. The first one is DBMS system designers and implementers. So what they will do is they will design and implement the DBMS modules and interfaces as a software package. The next thing is tool developers. They will design and implement tools for database design, performance monitoring, natural language or geographical interfacing, prototyping, simulation, and test data generation. The last worker is operators and maintenance personnel. So the major responsibility of the operators and maintenance personnel is to maintain the hardware and software environment of the database management system. So these are the major advantages of using the database management system approach. The most and foremost thing is controlling redundancy. So if we are maintaining the database management system for a particular organization or an environment, definitely we can reduce the redundancy, we can minimize it, by maintaining a centralized DBMS approach. The next thing is restricting unauthorized access. No other belongs to an organization or an environment cannot access that particular organization's database. So that is what the second thing specifies. The next thing, providing persistent storage for program objects. The next is providing storage structures and search techniques for efficient query processing. Then it provides backup and recovery. So recovery in the sense they also provide the fault tolerance flexibility. The next thing is providing multiple user interfaces, representing complex relationships among data, enforcing integrity constraints, and inferencing the actions using rules and triggers. I hope you can understand who are all the workers of the database management system and actors of the database management system and some of the major advantages of the DBMS approach. Thank you. In the next lecture, we will discuss the further topics of database management system.